Hello to all my friends out there. So last night, Sid Off the Grid did a really great long-term food storage, and I tweeted it for you guys, or you can go to long-term food storage part 1 with Sid's mom. And so they do their food storage in buckets, which I think is a great idea. Why are all my glasses crooked? I think it's my nose. They say if you sleep on one side of your face, it bends your nose. KY Rambling Granny did a food storage, and it was all cans, and I started doing mine that way, and we will get to that in a minute. TJ Prepper, my food storage, how I fill it in and make it enough did one, I think. I'm losing track. So the good food storage videos are really helpful. So when I started doing the food storage, like KY Rambling Granny, and I bought food, I noticed that a majority of the cans expire in 2020, which is a few months, and the average shelf life of a can is 1 to 4 years, and if you store them in a cool area, they can last 3 to 6 years. So I think this is something to consider, is why are these cans, first of all, things are missing and they're scanty, and these cans expired 2020. So from now on, I'm going to be checking the expiration dates and buying cans with the longest shelf life. Okay, some of the people that I follow are real estate channels, and one guy was saying buy low-end properties because the government will pay your $1,500 rent, and you're going to get your rent for sure, and then you're going to be able to pay your mortgage. And then I watch another one, and he's saying buy big, huge apartment complexes, and who do you think's going to be living in these big, huge apartment complex? Renters. Okay, so now along comes Andrew Yang, who has a basic income of $1,000, and the rents are $1,500. This is a problem. Why this would even be viable? You couldn't live in San Diego for $1,000. You really couldn't. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to concentrate on food storage. I want to start with, let's see, where is it? We'll start with food. Okay. Chicken and turkey burger, $1.50 Chubs at Walmart are the chicken and the turkey burger are the cheapest meats, like chicken and hamburger. So you're not going to have to be eating processed meat, and you can use your turkey burger like in spaghetti, enchiladas, like that. So if you're kind of low on money, it'd probably be better to go with turkey burger and chicken than hot dogs and hot dogs and some processed meat, frozen food. Okay, eggs. You want to have eggs, so you can have some eggs for breakfast. Powdered milk is probably the cheapest. Rice and instant potatoes are going to be the cheapest. So that way you have a meat, you have some rice or potatoes. Then bread and oatmeal. Oatmeal is probably going to be your cheapest carbs. I've heard it's possible we may have an oatmeal shortage. And then you're going to look around and you're going to find the large cans of fruit. I get them at Dollar Tree, and the large cans of vegetables, because those large cans are going to give you 6 servings. So that's almost a week in one large can for one serving. Remember when we were trying to do the $1 and $5 a day challenge things? So the cheapest meat is chicken and turkey burger, eggs. Henzo suggested 60, just buy 60 eggs. Powdered milk is the cheapest. Rice, instant potato is the cheapest. Bread, probably homemade's the cheapest. Oatmeal, large cans, fruit, and vegetables. Okay, now here is something. Shortening and margarine. I packed my freezer full of margarine, and I had a problem with shortening. Finally, I found it. I think shortening is the cheapest and the safest. And you want to make sure you have fats. You know, if you have all these vats of food and you have no fat in your diet, you will starve. You really will. Okay. Bacon, beans, and cornbread. You want stuff you can make cornbread. Okay, one of the followers mentioned they could not find bacon, and I wouldn't doubt it. And you know what's worse? All the people with money run to the stores and they buy it all. Like me, sometimes I buy it all. Not that I have that much money, but I do have enough money that I can buy everything they've got, and then there's none left. Okay, now let's go to dollar food. Someone said, you know, if you, this is what we're talking about here. If you go to Vaughn's and you find their sales cycles, you can buy up your food as cheap as dollar shopping. The problem comes when you need food right now. So I have a list. Okay, I thought this was really good. A good comment. Top ramen and sardines. Now, why sardines? Well, you need amines in the diet, and there's a lot of mercury poisoning in the fish, but the little fish are not as affected. DFW Rail and Bus Elevator Fan Can, that's the name of the channel, can of sardines and cup of ramen, hot and spicy shrimp. So when you find combinations that are satisfying and cheap, then stockpile those just in case. Bagels. I started buying bagels because of a message or a comment from Henzo. And if you have yourself a nice bagel sandwich, then that is very satisfying. Vienna sausages. Okay, I spent days going over what you can do with Vienna sausages. But the main thing you can do that's really good is you can put Vienna sausages in your top ramen, or Vienna sausages and eggs. Cheese. Cheese is really going to help you. You can put cheese in your top ramen with a little butter and a little pepper and hot sauce. That came from Henzo. That is good. Okay, cheese and lunch meat, so you can have a bagel sandwich. And you can buy there's pretty good sliced cheese you can get for $1. You got to shop around. I found a good one at Walmart, and it was $1.39, but I found a good one at Food for Less. The one at Walmart was probably a little better cheese. Coffee creamer. Okay, the thing about coffee creamer is you can make it into coffee creamer milk, 1 cup hot water, and 1/3 cup coffee creamer. And in an emergency, like you're going to try to make some cornbread and you don't have any milk, or you want some milk in your tea, or you know, you can use your coffee creamer, and you can buy a big one for $3.99 at Smart and Final. And also they have nice big cans of coffee creamer at the dollar store. Diet Coke. I was trying to buy caffeine Diet Coke, the Walmart brand, and they didn't have any, so I stocked up. Margarine. You do not want to run out of margarine, because then you have toast with no butter. It's not good. Eggs. You do not want to run out of eggs, because your eggs are a complete protein. You can eat a couple eggs and a piece of toast. You can make some egg drop top ramen soup. You just make your top ramen soup. You season that with salt, pepper, sugar, and chives, and then you stir your egg with 1 tablespoon water and stir that into your top ramen, and that is a pretty good little soup. And then you can have a sandwich. canned soup, 50 cents. Guess what? It's getting scanty. They didn't have any at Aldi's to speak of, or Walmart, so I think people are buying those. And canned meals. If things were really, really crappy, you can just eat a canned meal. Eat a can of SpaghettiOs, eat a can of raviolis. So go through your stockpile and say, okay, things are really bad. They're predicting a recession. All the people with money are gearing up to make sure their rents are paid, to make sure their income is not disrupted, when all the renters aren't going to have very much money. They're even planning on renting to. Another bad thing is if the government starts taking over and you're renting from the government, that would be bad too. So you're just going to have, and who's to know? What if they expect us to live like on FEMA food or food bank food? If you've ever seen that food bank food, let me tell you, that is not the way you want to go. You want to stockpile to protect yourself. Check out those. I put those food storage videos on my Twitter. So if you have any other, like what would be the cheapest meat that is a real meat, the cheapest carbs that is a real carb, any of these type foods, if you would leave them under comments, it would be greatly appreciated. And so now, for a while now, I'm going to be concentrating on food storage because I think it's very important. I want my followers to, stockpile a little food. I mean, other countries, they tell their citizens to stockpile. I don't know when the Depression was. It wasn't that long ago. People should not be so confident. As of 200 years ago, my family had to flee Missouri. The militia came in to murder them. So prepare as best you can. It might save your life. You never know. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.